Yo, what up, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood poetic nerd. It's all Lamar here. Sorry I've been gone for a little bit. Was out getting married, whoop, whoop, taking care of family, um, flying my folks in and out. But I'm here to make my second video on my top 5 favorite units, utilities. Um, and we had Folan before. This time we're gonna be hitting it up with good old 7 here. If Wilhelm and Ace had a baby, they would name it 7. Okay. Uh, she is like Wilhelm in the sense that she's really, really great against single target bosses that don't have ads with them or trash mobs with them. And she's like Ace in the sense that she can debuff 3 resistances by 70% when her abilities are awakened. Pre-awakening 7, she was okay. She gets some elemental resistance, but post awakening, 7 is quite the utility support unit. You throw a discernment on her. I'll show you what I have. Throw a discernment on her. We're not gonna worry about magic or attack. I don't really care. Her kit for magic and attack is whack anyway. You're really looking at her ability to support your team. Okay, I put equipped staff on her. I haven't played around with too many builds with her because, you know, the way she's set up right now, she fits my needs perfectly well. Post ability awakening, she also gets 50% elemental resistance across the board. So guess what? You're fighting a boss that does a lot of magic attack, and they do elemental. Put the appropriate Esper on 7, and she's gonna take 0 damage, especially with your tank drawing all the aggro. So right now I have Diabolos equipped on her. I was just fooling around a little bit, but Diabolos on her, so she's at 100%. You put Bahamut on her, she'll be 50%, and she'd have 100% water because of the water guard's protection. Anyways, the point is, 777 is a great utility unit to help get you across those bosses, especially those bosses that you can't debuff spirit and defense on, because she's going to give you that extra 70% damage or extra 140% damage because you multiply. But anyways, show you guys how it works. Go to our little pounding pad. Doop. Yes, I'd like to start the battle. It's good to be back recording. Thank you for those who added me, followed, and subscribed. I appreciate it. Your support is greatly appreciated. And the more subscriptions I get, the longer the videos I can make. Or, you know, I know that you guys are enjoying the content. If you have any idea what content you want to see, just let me know. And I'll put it together. I'm still working on that marble video. Plan on shooting that tomorrow with Illusionist Nicole. I tried it a couple times. I'm just not successful with that fight. Okay, you have to put out so much damage. I've had quite a bit of luck with Grim Lord Sakura, but yeah, the marble kicks my butt at about the 40% mark. Anywho, 7, right? Now, here are my 2Bs, both of them. Oh, gee whiz. Let's go ahead and restart this real quick. My 2Bs are at 900 and 1100 attack respectively. $940 and 1119. They both have fire, the Homaru, the fire katanas. So you guys can get an idea of the damage output that they're doing. Before 7, this is what it's looking like. I don't know why this thing is lagging like that. No buff whatsoever. 3.5 mil. All right. After 7, because we're going to do this twice, right? So that was extract, and now we're doing extract speed. This thing's acting weird. Okay, 8.9 mil with 7. Now we have to do this again because now we have access to speed. So she had 3.5 mil at first, right? Go refresh. 7's elemental lash. The debuff lasts for 3 turns. So we want it to last for the next 2 turns because we're going to do something a little special here. Alright. What was the last one? Alright. I know it said 6 million. So she went up almost double. With Wilhelm, get this 50% buff across the board. She had 8 million before for extract speed. And you can see the damage resistance between, the damage difference between having 7 in the team and just having her debuff and also then buffing the party. $10 million. So he had 8 million before, and 10.9 or 11 million with Wilhelm with the 50% buff. Now with Soleil on the other hand, it's probably going to look more like 15 million because she's going to debuff 50% and 40%, either 40 or 50%, and give you that 100% buff across the board. Now, with Wilhelm and 7, because we were sitting at 6 million before, this is what it's looking like now. Here's 6.5. All right, so we'll do this one more time. Except we're going to do a void to show the damage difference between a void and a void attack, and the damage output that 2B is doing. All right. So this would be no buffs whatsoever. $5.1 million. All right. Now with 7, this is what it's looking like. So what makes 7 special though, on top of her ability to be able to debuff the 70% element, so she's lightning, ice, and fire. Unfortunately, I would have preferred dark. Yeah, I just would have preferred dark as opposed to lightning. Just my preference. Maybe it's because I like using Dark Veritas. But even then, if I was doing that, I'm going to get his debuff when he retaliates. Okay, so with 7's 7% debuff on fire, this is the damage output that 2B is given. So she went from 5.1 million to 8.8. You know, 35-40% extra damage or something. No, it's almost double. So it's like 80% extra damage. I'll take it. Okay. So you have to kind of weigh the cost between using avoid and avoid attack, or speed, extract speed, for a more consistent damage pattern. The benefit to avoid is getting those 2 dodges. That's the benefit. Other than that, it's her highest damage moves, a 9-time hitter, I think. 7, on the other hand. So I was saying, what makes her special? She's a jack of all trades of anything you want her to be. She can debuff. She can restore her own MP. She can reduce spirit. She just doesn't have a defensive break. But she can reduce spirit by 40%. And she can Osmo Slash. And there's another one. So there's a MP Steel that does magic, and there's an MP Steel that does and there's an MP Steel that does physical. Anyways, she can do both. So you're never gonna have a problem getting MP back. There's no loss there against a single target boss. If you don't have ace, like I don't have ace, I wish I had ace. My wife has ace, and I'm jealous. But she can get it back. But you go ahead and you throw Riku's pouch on her. I put Riku's pouch and pod. But if you want to buff a stat, remove one. It's just my preference. I want it there for what I want, for what I need when I need it. I really am only going to use Riku's pouch for the heal. For the heal, to remove status elements. And if I needed to debuff a stat to break, then I'm gonna use Riku's pouch for that too. Yeah, and that's just gonna give me greater damage output, especially if you are using 7 as a way to replace someone like Soleil. And she kind of needs to make up for that difference in damage that you're not getting with your buffs and your debuff. Okay, and with Riku's pouch, with Chaos Grenade, she's doing just that. With Pod, she's giving up. With Pod, she's giving out defense. She can heal HP. So there's nothing 7 can't do. Pretty much. And everybody has Riku. Everybody has Riku's pouch. Everybody has 9S. If you were playing the game during the Automata and you didn't get 9S, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You know, but if you need a 9S or a TMR or a pod or pod 153 TM, and you need a friend unit that has it, let me know. Hit me up. Post in the comments. 7, number 2 on the list. Next up, it's a surprise. I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Whoop, whoop. It's Family Neighborhood Poetic Nerd. Alamar signing off. Deuces.